Okay, so my presentation is on American Red Cross. That is my nonprofit organization that I chose. Let's see if this will let me go. So, what is Red Cross and what does it have to do with me and what does it have to do with you? My screen. Red Cross is a nonprofit organization based on volunteers with no government assistance, which is the definition of nonprofit. Um, The core value of Red Cross is helping those in need or those that are suffering, whether it's medical emergencies, disaster support, or anyone suffering, which is humanitarian help, is what they're based off of. The name might sound familiar. This is because they're always there to help, and they're usually around with any big disaster that happens. You might recognize them from Hurricane Ian or Hurricane Katrina. They were there, they were giving shelter to people. Um, they're giving resources, helping with food, anything that they needed, things like that. Um, and they were established in 1881, so they have been around for a long time. And I really respect them because they have always stayed true to their core value of helping any of those who need help. They haven't swayed off too far, haven't let people or politics or anything like that take hold. You might think, why would this affect me? This organization means nothing to me, it doesn't affect me. But they do help our community, our country, and they do go international, so even our world they help. Um, so it might not seem like a big deal, might not seem like it really affects you, but there are people around you that could have been saved or helped by Red Cross. So just to think that the people next to you that you go to class with, or maybe your parents' friends have been helped from Katrina or whatnot, like what would it be like if they really weren't here? So they do make a big difference in our community and our world. The biggest problem with Red Cross is the lack of volunteers. So since they are a nonprofit organization, they are solely run on volunteers and donations. Um, but since it's only volunteers and it's not paid work, and a lot of times it can be labor, you really just have to be a good soul Samaritan to really volunteer, especially with some of the jobs that they have like going, overseas to help people. So I really respect the volunteers, but that can cause less and less people to be volunteers. Funding is also a big problem with the Red Cross. Just because same thing, it's just a donation, and that's what they rely off of is those volunteers and the money that they get from sponsors or any donations from anyone, like anything really helps. And they really are always there helping any disaster, anyone who needs help, front lines in wars, anything like that. So lack of volunteers, lack of funding are the biggest problems with Red Cross. Some solutions that I thought of for Red Cross's low volunteers would be kind of making requirements in high school. We already have to do, some of us have to do community service hours. I think if it made it a mandatory thing for your high school diploma or even possibly GED, to go and volunteer for certain nonprofit organizations would really be helpful, including Red Cross. They're one of the biggest ones, so I'm sure they would get a lot of people able to help, and they take anyone they can get, you know what I mean? Um, and also using Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, anything like that, or even sports teams to now and then go help, I think would make a huge difference. For low funding, another big thing would be to partner with high schools or colleges to kind of get those sponsorships going and getting those volunteers. And I even thought of nursing programs if that's the path that some people want to go down. I think it would be great experience and like something that an experience you can take with you through your lifetime to help people in need and be really hands-on. And then you're also helping the people in the community of Red Cross. And the solution, negatives and positives. A positive outcome would be using these solutions. You would be able to get more volunteers and funding without having to rely on government and government assistance to prevent restrictions or politics or all the stuff that goes into being associated with the government, especially for a big organization like this. It would also, once again, give those kids and adults great experiences while just being able to help people. A negative outcome of this is continuously having less and less volunteers and less funding to help Red Cross to continue to be so great how they are and continue to help the people that they need and whoever they can. The less volunteers, the less people there are for hurricanes or natural disasters, like you really have to put yourself in that position. If that was you, you really would want help, so why not volunteer? So the ways that you can help are to volunteer or donate. They have volun sorry. Volunteering can really have they have a wide range, so it can either be something really small or something if you really want to help and do what you can, and you have certificates like nursing or experience, you can help people and be nurses for them or doctors or whatever you can do. So there's really a wide range of what you can do to volunteer, and anything helps. Um, Also donating, just giving them enough money to do what they can. That would really help. And there's always Red Crosses near you. There's always clinics open. If you want to give blood, they're always around. So yeah, you can find them at redcross.org/give blood, and you can also just call or ask anything about volunteers. Their website is super helpful. They have so many links. Really anything you need is on there, and you can go to redcross.org to find that. And my resources I used, see if it goes. Oh, my sources aren't there. But it's pretty much all of the Red Cross links. I used the where to give blood, the link for where to give blood, the link for volunteering, the link for about us. It really tells you about their mission and what they want to do and how they want to help. But yeah, so those are all my sources. But yeah, anything you can do, anything to volunteer, anything like that would just be great. It really makes a big difference. I mean, once again, putting yourself in that position of how it would be helpful, I think puts it in perspective a lot. Thank you. That's my presentation.